Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm out today, actually I'm at home today, and gonna do something a little bit different. Starting off this video, I've been racking my brain as to what this week's video is going to be about, and it's going to be about spraying nitrogen on the wheat. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about the hockey that's been going on the last well, especially it ended on the weekend. And I've got a very special guest here today. I've got editor Cameron. How are you, Cameron?
Good.
And Cameron has notably on his head a red hat. And tell us what red hat means.
It means you win all of Ontario for OMHAs for your team.
So how did, what team did you play on? And
We're the Dresden U18s. And Dresden had 5 teams in this tournament, and 2 of them won.
well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
And wasn't there a team that were second best? Was there a team beat out in the
the U11s
were beat out in the final game, so they got silver.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So how did your team do throughout the year?
We had a good year. We were undefeated all season. Didn't win Silver Stick though. But
Oh, Silver Stick, yeah, that's always nice to win Silver Stick.
yeah.
So the finals was held in a tournament in Windsor. Is that what they usually do?
No, new format this year. Usually it's dragged out over a month.
And you got to travel all over the province.
Yeah.
So a few years ago when you were, was it a Pee-wee?
Bantam.
In Bantams.
Yeah.
You guys went all Ontario.
Yeah.
And you ended up going to was it Tottenham?
Tonabee, which is near Peterborough.
Yeah, Tonabee, yeah. And they come down to Dresden for 2 games.
Yeah.
And then you went up there for 2 games.
Yeah, and then we had the last game at home, and we won it.
Yeah. But a lot of miles.
Yeah.
So this year, they had a tournament in Windsor, and Windsor has a lot of ice rinks.
Yeah, there's 2 of them at the Tecumseh Arena, and then 4 of them at the Windsor Spitfires Arena.
There's 4 pads at the Windsor Spitfire.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. They maybe don't have a Capitol Theater down there.
Probably
That
not.
would be why they have 4 ice pads, yeah. We would have that. If we didn't have a Capitol Theater here in Chatham-Kent, we would probably have a 3-pad ice surface. There you go. There's my little dig for the council.
Yeah.
So how did, who did you play for on the tournament? And like you played 5 games.
Yeah, we played Brighton, Shallow Lake, who we played in the finals, and then South Grey, and I don't know. Oh, that's it. We just played those 3 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You played Shallow Lake twice.
Yeah.
And actually, I saw the one game. You guys were pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, we tied them the first game we played.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So now, what's your hockey career going to take you to?
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, just rec league later.
And I noticed you got a pretty nice shirt on there.
Yeah.
They're available.
Yep.
Anyway, and while I'm talking sports, and I don't talk sports much on the channel, but a lot of people have asked me, what are you going to do with the profits from the shirts? And I'm telling you, there's not a lot of profits. But what we've decided we're going to do, we've sponsored I guess I'll let it out of the bag. We've sponsored a baseball team in Dresden for uniforms. And so the Soybean Man, with the help of everybody that's bought a t-shirt, we're going to have a baseball team in uniforms in Dresden. So that's what we're doing with our money.
Yeah.
So if anybody asks, hey, where's the money going? That's where the money's going. Anyway, well, great, Cameron. Anything else to add?
I think that's it.
So no more red hats, and
No more for me.
it's a great thing to get a red hat, isn't it? It's unbelievable.
Better to get 2 of them.
And 2 of them, yeah, that's right. I think I told you a few years ago you would never get another red hat, didn't I?
Yeah.
Proved me wrong. Anyway, that's great. Well, thanks, Cameron, for coming over.
Yeah.
And I'll take you out tomorrow. We're going to be putting nitrogen on a wheat field tomorrow. And I'll catch you back then. What we're doing this morning is we're putting nitrogen on the wheat. And we do this with, we have a Rogator. It's a 100-foot boom, 1,200 gallon tank. And we don't spray it on, we stream it on. You'll see it here when it starts. It has 5-way streams. We used to do it with 3-way streams, and we'd end up with lines in the wheat, so we went to these 5-ways, and it works a lot better. And as you can see, there's little drops on the ground. That puts it on nice and even. The thing you gotta wonder is, you know, what's going on in the Ukraine? Do you think they're getting their nitrogen on their wheat over there? Hard to say. Honestly, I doubt it. And without nitrogen on the wheat, like, your yield's just dramatically lower. So that's something I wanted to mention here today. The other thing, the beginning of this clip, we had a little interview with editor Cameron. I just wanted to congratulate all the teams, no matter where you were from, and wanted to also thank the egg producers of Ontario for sponsoring the Red Hats all across Ontario. That would be a great thing for the egg farmers of Ontario to do. Anyway, that's the story of the nitrogen. Now what he's doing, he goes all the way around the field, and I maybe hop up in there with him. Goes around the field and gets the perimeter, and then after that, this machine automatically will turn itself on and off. If it comes to a spot where there's no nitrogen on, it turns it on. And if he, when he comes to a headland, it automatically shuts off. And so he just goes around the outside, and then all you do is fill in the inside of the field. Works really good, all automatic. And steered, it's auto steer too, so really once you get your perimeter set up, it's pretty easy. I say it's easy because I never spray. Just while we're waiting for Jared to get here with the sprayer, I thought I'd show you. I thought I put a little clip in of them starting on this little piece of cement or concrete. We had Isaac and the boys here, I guess Tuesday morning. They come and poured this. And what we've got this for is every time we use a sprayer, we like to wash it off, get the 28 off it, get the dust and dirt off it. And it was getting pretty sloppy here, so we put this little slab of concrete in just as a wash pad. And we'll set those water tanks. Those are our water reservoir for spraying. We'll set those up at the edge there where that dirt's piled. We had them there last year. And we keep them full with an automatic float hooked to the water. So it's 6,000 or 7,000 gallons, 6,000 gallons of water, I guess, a head. So there you go. Anyway, Jared will be here in a minute, and I'll show you how we fill the sprayer. So last year, if you followed along in our videos, last year we put this stainless steel tank up, come out of Manitoba, and we had a video of standing it. It was pretty slick. Anyway, we had that full of 28, and we also stored in these plastic tanks. So I'll get a picture of Jared filling the sprayer here. He's just coming in. He's got first tank on this morning. Gonna rain by noon, so he's got to finish this morning, and it's just touch and go on whether the ground's fit. So Jared, you want to tell us what all you're putting on the wheat?
Yeah, so 5 gallons of ATS and then mixed with 28%, and the 28% is about 37 gallons an acre, so that ends up with about 120 pounds of nitrogen and then the sulfur.
ATS, that's the sulfur?
Sulfur, yeah. So it helps, there's sulfur deficiency a little bit, and then it stabilizes the nitrogen quite a bit too, which is important when we've got rains coming up. So
yeah, we don't have rain scheduled today till noon.
yeah, we got lots of time, so should be done here shortly, and one more little field to look at. I don't know if it's gonna get a shot of Roundup or a shot of 28 yet.
One or the other.
One or the other, and then we'll be done the first shot anyway. So should be good.
So with these big tires, you're not cutting in this morning?
Makes a big difference. You can't see a track, so leave no tracks, as they say.
Yeah, we like to talk about some of the guys with smaller tires. We like to call those pizza cutters.
Yeah, and they're just not the thing on the clay back here. You gotta float, because otherwise you'll see them tracks forever. So
These big tires weren't cheap, but man, they sure save.
it's a sad day when they come off. The sprayer actually rides better on the road and in the field with them on too. It's unbelievable difference.
And what we're doing with this tank, we are, just to show you how eco-friendly we are and saving on our carbon, we just hooked this hose up, and it's going into the sprayer, goes into the sprayer just with the pressure, the head pressure that's on this tank. When you crack that valve when the tank's full, you know it, don't you?
Yeah, it whistles. It's faster than the pump, actually. Quite a bit faster.
So what do you got here, Jared?
That's the GPS and rate controller, so everywhere that's green has been sprayed already, and then that blue line is where we're going to drive here shortly once we get unfolded.
So really what you do is you just color in the white?
Yeah, basically.
This is like kindergarten.
Yeah, basically.
Instead of using a pencil, you're using a 100-foot boom. That'd be like the big marker.
So then it just turns each section on as, so it's just got 2 on now, and then as soon as we get going there, all 5 are on.
So the boom is divided into 5 20-foot sections.
Yes.
With these floater tires, you're not even leaving a mark in this.
No, you can't see that.
This field's quite wet.
Yeah, we're going to drive through a drowned out spot and you won't even see a tire track on it.
You're going 4 miles an hour?
7.
Oh, what's the 4?
Pass number 4.
Oh, pass number 4. Okay.
And then the 0 is how far off the center we are, so
Right on.
Right on. And then if you get off, it'll say L or R, so which way you gotta go.
You don't even have to think.
Yeah.
This has come a long way from the pull type sprayer.
It's a little quicker. It feels like you're going 4 miles an hour. We're only going 7 because this field gets the whole shot at once, so it's a pretty high rate. So just the rate controller is a little more accurate if it's not pumping that much volume through it.
So when you're putting chemicals on, how fast would you do that?
10.5 or 11. miles an hour.
11 mile an hour at 100 feet, you'd cover a lot of ground in a day.
You do more time filling with the stuff than spraying. Filling and moving. Mixing.
Well, I wanted to get out here today to get a picture of this sprayer because in another month,
Couple weeks, hopefully.
a couple of weeks, we're going to change the color of this sprayer from, we're going to paint it, green. Going to paint it John Deere green. So I'll maybe get back when they get the sprayer painted.
Yeah. See how it comes out.
Yeah, see how that works. That's all courtesy of the good folks up at Exeter.
Yeah.
I want to do a little shout out to Nick and Rob. There now the sprayer, it's shut itself off, all automatic.
Yeah, I hit the boom switch because sometimes the outside boom will turn on, but there's a button on the hydrostand here. And then it'll just turn them on as there it goes.
There they go. So basically what he's doing is covering 25 acres on a tank,
Yep.
and conveniently this is a 50-acre field.
Yeah, so I hold about 26 acres worth, and so with 50 acres, it just luckily worked out that I did 25 and a half acres the first tank full, just the way the size of the field worked. So one more tank will finish this.
Yeah, this is gonna about do it for the spraying video. What we ended up doing, it started to rain after we got the nitrogen on. We ended up going and getting this cultivator out. We had it tucked in Jared's shed for the winter. And this 40-foot Salford. And we pull it with this 9320. It's not new, but she's not scared to pull. And we brought these tractors up here. They kind of need a bath. They've been in the weed cover shed. Weed cover's really good, except we don't have any doors on it, and the birds get in there, and you know what kind of mess they'll make. We also got this. It's a 32-foot Salford. Got it hooked on the 8400. We got it out, and we put them away greased. So really all we got to do is wash the tractors, and we'll be ready to go. So that'll do it for this video. I want to thank you for watching, and give us a like if you can. If you haven't subscribed, be a good time. We'll catch you on the next one.